Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about Joseph Bologne. This George. Look, my French is all butchered. Don't. You see the picture, y'all see the name. My French is garbage. It is what it is. This episode is that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep trying to say this name. But anyway, this comes from the fact that on the show, live at The Oasis on Legal Crime Radio, every third Saturday we do a thing called the Universe of Soul, where it's just global music. You know what I'm saying? Global funk, jazz, hip hop, R&B, soul music, reggae type joints, reggaeton type joints, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just some bangers. You know what I'm saying? A nice the joint. If you know my vibe, you know my vibe. So, Black History Moment. Let's do something that can't be American. Since there's no American music, we ain't even gonna stand in America. And we came out with this joint, and it was like, yo, boom. And the history is so rich. There's a movie out. I saw half of the movie and fell asleep. Not because the movie was boring, but just because I was tired. But anyway, so there's a life there, man. Like, please do your research on this man. Please do your research on him, for real. That was where that comes from. Like that's this episode. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do it. That's how it gets down. Before we get into that though, did y'all see the joint in New Hampshire? Oh wait. I happened to turn to CNN while Nikki Haley was talking. She was like, we almost got there. It was tight. We got on he got over half. I'm like, it's a 2-person race. You know what I'm saying? Like that, at that point, you know what I'm saying? You could say we was there, like when there was some other, at least if DeSantis was there, you like, look what we did. You know what I'm saying? I'm competition, but when you're the only person there, it's literally the Globetrotters against the Washington. But salute to that. They said that there was a debate during the day should she drop out. And I guess the decision was made right before she stepped on stage. Like, nah, we're going to keep going. We're going to see where this can go. Like, let's go. DeSantis dropped out. I told y'all DeSantis had no chance. DeSantis had no chance. You know why? He was the copy version. He was the reboot version. He was the remix. He wasn't the OG. Remember? ABC did this thing where I guess somebody must have told them, somebody who must have came in, new dude running Disney or whatever, and was like, yo, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get rid of that old Charleston Heston Moses movie, and we're gonna make up our own. And they made up their own, and they didn't have the Charleston Heston movie. And I remember a lot of the actors was on the promo route on ABC shows, The View, this, and the Good Morning joints and all them joints, and it was like, yeah. Hopefully, this will be this generation 10 Commandments. Came out that year. Next time you saw it, I think it was on Hallmark or something. It definitely wasn't on ABC. ABC didn't take the time to go, and let's show this again. That was it. You know why? Because it wasn't the original. It wasn't the OG. Side note, the way they said it'll be this generation's 10 Commandments was just ludicrous. Have y'all ever taken the time to realize how old the 10 Commandments is? Like, the 10 Commandments is an old movie. That movie is over 50 years old. That movie is probably over 60 years old. That movie, your mama's mama was watching that movie. That movie is like remember when CBS just stopped showing the Wizard of Oz? And you was just like, huh? That's crazy. NBC stopped showing The Sound of Music. I think that was the route they were trying to go with 10 Commandments. Like, yo, at some point you just gotta stop and pull it back. Still on. Last Easter, it still came on. OG. DeSantis could not replace the OG, especially when he was like, I'm running. Now, if Trump had just was like in the cut chilling, it'd be DeSantis' world all day. The world would be DeSantis. He'd be the number one guy. Nikki Haley wouldn't even have a chance. Boom. That's not what happened. So you got the OG, and then you got the guy who who is the light version of you, trying to compete with you. Like, it doesn't work that way. What I love is all of these politicians who were adamant anti-Trump during the primary debates, adamant that they were looking to move in a different direction, with the exception of Wampasampi. I don't care about his name. They told him his name wasn't even American. So yeah, we good. I feel bad disrespecting him still, but it is what it is. With the exception of him, all of those politicians were anti-Trump. They were the turning the corner, turning the page, new chapter. We have to get everything back in order. We have to rebuild our house. We have to clean our house. They were that. All of them have now endorsed Trump. When they thought that it couldn't happen, everybody was anti-Trump. Now that they see, oh no, this is for real, they're like, I refuse to back a loser. I'm going back over here. Like they was really out here tripping. Now they was like, I'm going to go over here with the winner. Nikki Haley, I'm telling you, when she drops out, she's going to endorse Trump. When it happens, you best believe she's going to endorse Trump. There's the problem. Because now it's just, at this point, you're just prolonging the inevitable for whatever reason. Why? I can see if you drop out and then you go, oh, I'm not endorsing him. I'm not going to endorse I'm not endorsing Biden either. I'm going to fall back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on my team is going to fall back. We might do a write-in ballot. You know what I'm saying? Just to throw something in the game. Like, nah, we not. And don't shake hands. Just keep it. Because all of these politicians were really like, yo, nah, man. We can't have that. Boom, got his back. I told y'all that, too. I told y'all that. There's an episode somewhere y'all can find it. I was like, yo, Trump gonna get this joint. And all of these people are going to try to figure out a way to be in his good graces and be like, yo, can I get down in the cabinet somewhere? You got a spot for me, son? I told y'all that was going to happen. Nobody wants to understand, man. Look, you can see it. I told y'all nothing was stopping that. My man ain't even there. He wasn't even there in New Hampshire for real. And people were like, you know, he's at the court. He doesn't even have to be there. He has to be there. He doesn't have to be there legally. He has to be there for the show, because that's the vibe. The vibe is they're coming for my head. So if he's not there and he's kicking it everywhere, then it doesn't seem like it's that bad. You know what I'm saying? The thought is, oh, look, there he is outside the courthouse. They coming for, I can't believe they out here going for him. Yeah, he has to be there. It's part of the show. It's the game. Trump has been an actor. Trump is a businessman, so he understands marketing and promotion. Politicians never get that. A good percentage of your campaign is marketing and promoting. You know what I'm saying? How are people going to perceive you? What's the perception that they give of you? Trump is giving off this, they coming at my head, son. They trying to stop me. They don't want this gloriousness, you know what I'm saying, exceed in life, and so we can make this country great. They coming for my head. I can't believe this. And his people are feeding into it. And you can't stop that momentum. You're not stopping that momentum. I'm just saying. I had somebody actually ask me, yo, man, you be talking so good about Trump. You a Trump supporter? I'm not talking good about Trump. I'm talking good about common sense. I'm talking good about PR strategy. I'm not a Trump fan. But what I am a fan of is how he got this game going. He figured it out. First of all, his peoples love him. Like, Trump could single-handedly, if he wanted to, destroy the Republican Party. But he's not. And you know why he's not? Because there's people in his ear going, please don't do that. There's people in his ear saying, please do not divide this house any more than it's already divided. Thank you. That's it. If Trump wanted to at any point, when he thought the Republicans would turn their back on him, he was willing to do that. Remember that? He said, oh yeah, I'll start my own party. And people were about to jump ship. People were like, oh, word, I'm going over there. You best believe somebody called him and was like, don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. will never beat the Democrats. We're stronger together than we are apart. Don't do that. And he was like, all right. I'm just telling you, I don't have to be in the room. There doesn't need to be a recording. There doesn't need to be some type of documentary 5 or 10 years down the line telling you that happened. If you know, you know. That's what happened. Because don't act like y'all don't remember when he was thinking about coming up with his own political party. That's all I'm saying. People be out here fronting like, oh man, nah. I had somebody else go, man, you talk a little too much about politics. But politics and history are one and the same. A lot of things that happen in history is because of politics. No matter what it is, everything that happens in history is part of politics. The Nazis was part of politics. Stalin and all of that, and the Tsar and all that, politics. What happened in Rome, politics. What happened in Egypt, politics. Genghis Khan doing what he did, politics. Politics is at your job. It's politics. There's that good worker, there's that great worker. Boss man don't like him. There's that guy who can't keep his face out my butthole. I'm gonna give that position to him. He's never worked over there. He's never done that before. He's been the guy who's been over here doing the physical labor, and every time I come around the corner, and he's like, hey boss, hey bye, da 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 da. Look at what I did. Hey, you know I stacked good. Hey, I kinda get this is wrapped up. Hey, this is ready to go. This guy has been crunching numbers. He's been popping. He's at the business meetings. He do this and that and the third. He still rubs me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the first to like reach out and shake my hand when I come through. He just scoots his way up through and then goes, huh, all right, so what we doing? Word. He goes and he does his job. Great, immaculate, spectacular. But my man right here, I told him my feet hurt. He gave me suggestions for some shoes and some Dr. Scholl's. He wanted to see my toes. He told me, I was like, nah, it's not like my toes, it's like the heel. He told me, let me see your heel. He rubbed on my heel. This dude is getting that promotion. Politics. Politics. And my man who does the job great now has to train this dude how to be his boss. Go figure, right? Politics. Y'all seen that commercial? What was it? The Indeed commercial? Where I guess the chick had got passed over so many times. And she's sitting there and she's waiting for the hair. And it was almost, it's like, yo, if I don't get it now, I'm out. And they gave it to the other dude. And she was like, oh, cool. Bloop, congratulations. Bloop, bloop. I'm out. 2 weeks notice. This job popped up. I was holding off on it. I'm gone. Politics. So when people go, you talk too much about politics, everything is politics. Everything. And I ain't even trying to get into football, but that's politics. It's betting and politics and ratings. Politics. Everything is that. In your household. You know what I'm saying? When that one sibling is favored beyond the other siblings, that's politics. Those are your first tastes of politics too, growing up in your house. You know what I'm saying? The Marsha Brady jump. Marsha. Politics. Why y'all acting like y'all don't know? Just talk about the history. Everything is everything. This is what we do. First of all, the segment of the show that you listen to is telling you various things before we even get into the Black History moment. So that lets you know that when you're hearing me, we're all over the place. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, now we're on different platforms. You know what I'm saying? YouTube and Stitcher and this person here and that thing there. And you know what I'm saying? So there's people listening to me different ways. And we're going to start putting the email back up. But people are catching up with me somehow. And I get the joints. And I'm like, yo, really, dog? And my response is, I talk about whatever. I mean, I get it. You don't want to hear about this. It's crazy listening back to some of that stuff. I get why you would think I'm a Trump supporter. I could get why you're like, yo, you seen him talk real good about Trump. Again, a blind man can see that was going to be the outcome. Where we are now was going to be the outcome. There's a blind dude somewhere right now knowing. There's a deaf person somewhere right now knowing. You kids knew, like, ooh, he gonna get them votes. It was inevitable. It was going to happen regardless. Why y'all out here fighting that? And what was the thing about Nikki Haley when she was like, slavery didn't exist? And she said that more than once, by the way. I don't know if people do that to chop that up and then post it on social media and let the debates begin. But my thing is, how are you not stopping that? There's a point where I think some people just let people randomly, not randomly, I think people let people ramble off nonsense so they can go, that's the piece that we're going to use. She said that is idiocy. That's the piece we're going to use right there. Boom, let's post that and let the debates begin. There's no logical way that she could believe what she said. And I'm not even going to say make it black and white. The Chinese Act alone, the genocide of the Native Americans alone, again, don't have to go anywhere near black. Those two things, the concentration camps for the Japanese during World War II was a nasty form of racism. The thing that they had against the Irish and the Italians before they went, oh no, never mind, you guys are white, was nasty work. That was some joints right there. That was woof. A form of racism. None of that was black or white. None of that. How do you say it never existed in this country? And I love when people go, well, if it doesn't exist, you should use her real name. I'm sorry to everybody who says that. That isn't pertinent to that conversation. Well, how are you gonna say that? First of all, people do that to make regular people feel comfortable because they're like, I don't want you to butcher my name. Please don't butcher my name. Here, just call me this. I worked at a hotel, downtown Kansas City Marriott down, I don't know, 2 buildings downtown in Kansas City, the Marriott. There was an Asian chick, never forget it. It's one of those moments that lets you know, okay, this is purposely done then. All right, okay. Because here's the wild part. Japanese lady comes. Her name was Kaneko something. Right? Kaneko. I'm playing because I do know her name. But I'm messing with y'all. Kaneko, right? And my boss lady looks at her and goes, what? Japanese lady quickly goes, but you can call me Kiki. Boss lady, black woman. Ain't nobody gonna call you no Kiki. She called that woman by her name. Properly. Her whole time that she worked there. Properly. And I tell you this because there was a Haitian chick, she called her Precious. That wasn't her name, but it was spelt like it was almost Precious. Called her Precious. That wasn't her name. There was a Muslim brother. You know what I'm saying? His name was something else. She called him Musami. She was like, that's what it looked like? You a Musami. Abaka. He was Baker. Or he was Barker. Barker or Baker, depending on how she felt that day. Butchered these people's names. All the time. All the time. Kaneko, she got that one right. Because old girl was like, you can call me Kiki. Now, I'm not going to call you Kiki. Then when she found out her man was black, she really was like, oh, you definitely ain't going to be called Kiki. Nah, nope, not at all. People do that just to make names easier. Worked with a dude named Jorge. He told everybody call him George. I'm like, is that what your mama call you? Now, I'm calling you Jorge. You my man's Jorge. I called him Jorge. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else ended up calling him Jorge. That George stuff went out the window. So it's not so much about racism. It's more about making it easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a hard name to pronounce for English people, unless you're going to go throughout the process of trying to learn it. Even black people who mama and daddy was like, yo, we're going to name him this. They go, or you can just call me by my, or what's the Cedric joint that he stole from, what was that joint? What was the designer women? Yeah, Mama Initials. Yeah. Or you can call me by my initials. Or you can call me, or they'll shorten the name up. People do that. So when people were saying that, it was like, you're playing yourself on that one. You're playing yourself on that one. That's you're reaching. Don't act like y'all ain't never met some foreign person or black person who had this crazy name. White people do it. Yeah, my name is such and such, but you can call me. And we do. We ride with it. There it goes. Life is that. Why are we acting like that doesn't exist? Anyway, man, I'm not gonna hold y'all up too much longer. This is this episode. Thank y'all for rocking with me. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys, people who are upset that I talk a lot of politics, basically saying I'm pro-Trump. By all means, I'm sorry that y'all think that way. I am in awe of how little work he really had to do to get to where he is with all the circumstances surrounding him. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's a dude who's close to going, here's a dude who is close to going to prison. And he gets to do this. Dominate the Republican Party. Come on, man. What are y'all talking about? Like, you don't have to like this dude to just stop and go, this dude right here. Man, look, oh my God. How would, this ain't, fall back for a minute, son, fall back. Don't let it kill you, man. And you're just lost. And you go from being lost with words and surprised and shocked to going, this is a great moment. This dude is official tissue. Ta-da! But enough about me and how you might think I'm on some super sellout stuff. Before I go, what's the reverend who said, I'm tired of all these NWA, NBA, and I don't know why wrestling is in my mind. Oh, I do know why. Salute to Netflix. At the same time, I want to throw a middle finger up to Netflix. So, middle finger in the air at you too, Netflix. Paid billions of dollars to get the WWE. You know what that means? First and foremost, they're not worried about the NBA. They got what they're going to have 52 weeks a year. Not a couple of months. 52 weeks guaranteed content from a sports-based program. No matter how you feel about wrestling, at the end of the day, it is still a sports-based program. Now, the other part of that where I say middle finger is because they were also telling the people during the strike and the unions and whatever, it's kind of hard for us to figure out how to adjust and pay you guys properly on what you think you need. You know what I'm saying? What you think you should be receiving. Because we don't really keep up with doing who's watching what and what's going down, which is weird. Because you kind of do. But, whatever. So middle finger to them for that. But at the same time, that's where you will be finding your WWE Raw. I saw a dude tripping. He's like, I can't believe that now I have to pay for Raw. I'm thinking to myself, are you pirating cable? Are you going to somebody else's house to watch cable? Because you pay cable. You're paying YouTube. Whoever you're subscribing to that's going to give you the USA channel, because the USA channel isn't free. I can see if it was SmackDown. You could trip out about SmackDown. I can't believe, man, SmackDown was on Fox. Fox was free. Raw was a cable channel. So you were always paying for Raw. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. I can't believe they're going to make me pay to watch Raw. You've been paying to watch Raw. Anyway, NBA, NFL, pastor dude. That's where we was going, right? NBA, NFL, pastor dude, talking about, and they taking our white women and it's demonizing. Wow. They should have paid the audience to see how many single white men there were, because that just sound like maybe his grandson lost out to somebody. You was right there. I was right there, Daddy. I was right there, Grandpa. I was right there, Pawpaw. I was right there. And then she turned and she saw this well-built black man and was like, what do you do? And he was like, I ride the bench. I'm not exactly a starter for the Philadelphia 76ers, but I do get playing time. If you look at my average, I average about like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 2.3 3 points a game, 0.8 rebounds. Yeah, I mean, I'm there. Okay. I'm the grandson of a guy who got a mega church. I got buku paper. He's making the league minimum. He can get to the parties faster than you can. Oh my God. Pawpaw. Then he tells Pawpaw. Pawpaw's mad. Pawpaw goes on this rant. And it's like, yo. And here's the wild part. The places that were posting this, that I saw it from, were black pages. Social media pages. And I'm thinking to myself, there's a gang of black chicks who are all for this. Like, yeah, that's what we've been saying for a while. And then when he got to the part, because it's demonizing and it's impure and it's devil word. Don't be out there with them devils. Like, whoa. We were just going, okay, status symbol. Like, oh, you on top, now you got to go get you a white girl. We ain't say nothing about like it was demonizing or nothing. Like, whoa, ball back. Never mind. I mean, I was with him till he got to the demonizing and impurities. Like, I kind of got a thing for light-skinned dudes. Like, I don't know now. I got to fall back for a minute. Gangster, man. Here's the wild part that people still don't get. That is a pocket in America that I think TV knows. TV knows and TV deals with it differently. But biracial, multiracial people, that's a pocket. That is a pocket. You know what I'm saying? First of all, let's just keep it real too, Pastor, whatever your name is. If you took away interracial relationships, in 20 years there will not be an NBA. That's just, you know, the NBA wouldn't exist in 20 years. Like, they would not, because the NBA is already almost that. Like, for every dark-skinned dude, there's like 8 light-skinned guys. For real. Like, you look at that. For every dark-skinned dude, there's like, and I'm talking about American. I ain't talking about the foreign brothers. I'm talking about straight-up American. For every American brown-skinned, dark-skinned dude, there's like 8 light-skinned guys. So, yeah, there was a time where the Golden State Warriors outside of Draymond Green was nothing but light-skinned dudes. So, yeah, let's not play this game. Let's not act like that's not a thing. You get rid of that, in 20 years, the NBA would have to shut down or just be a Europe league. Larry Bird was like he wanted more white players. That'll help. That would help. All Larry got to do is just hang out 20 more years, make it 20 more years. If we go that way that man wants it, the pastor wants it to go, yeah, it'll be there. Cause you know what I'm saying, football. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen these black quarterbacks? Yeah, there's like 3 black quarterbacks and the rest of them are mixed, light-skinned dudes. The game is don't play. Yeah, you out here talking about something. Yeah, man, whatever, man. I'm telling you. His grandson lost a baddie to a black dude. That's what happened. That's how it had to happen. And for some reason, he just went NBA, NFL. Have you not seen some of these people at the draft picks? Remember that one time when the white girl was trying to hug her man, and the mama was like, "No, this is our moment, the family's moment. Move." It happens. It happens that early. What you talking about, son? What you be talking about? That's why I said, like, there was black chicks black chicks was with him. Like, yeah, that's what I've been saying this forever. My mama been saying this forever. And it's demonizing, and it's impurities, and it's devil's work. Whoa. Never mind. Nope. I'm not going that far. God dang. Like, who peed in his Kool-Aid? Like, what in the world is wrong with this dude? Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there too, by the way. So salute to that pastor, whoever. A lot of these pastors have been making some crazy racial remarks. Like, why are whose church? And again, when you go, there's no racism in America. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into this show. This is what we do. This is how we get down. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Said it one more time for y'all to understand the vibe. What? Lost Boys. For y'all that don't know the song about the Lost Boys, maybe look at one day up and be like Lost Boys. That'll be one of the songs from the Lost Boys. I'm playing. Anyway, man, thank y'all for rocking with me. This is how we get down. Let's go. We gone. Yeah, hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I literally waited for that part right there. I'm playing with y'all right now. I was like, yo, I need that. That's my joint. That's my point. I keep it popping all day. I'm on what? I got it rocking all day, cause I don't what? I keep on popping all day, cause I don't what? Smoother than the operator. Upset they don't know how I got the grader. I'm playing around. Anyway, this is that time of the night where we get into the history moment. But here's a quick little crazy history moment. That Blame It on the Boogie was Michael Jackson. No, really, like Michael George Jackson. He changed his name to Mick to keep the confusion from jumping. At least that's what I was told. I don't know if that's for sure, but he goes by Mick Jackson. But his name is actually Michael George Jackson. English dude who wrote that joint. Came up with the vibe on it and everything. Wrote and produced and all that and everything. Because he was thinking he wanted to give it to Stevie Wonder. Now, as a kid, listening to Stevie Wonder and listening to the Jackson 5, Blame It on the Boogie, I would have lost all my money. I would have lost my people's house. I would have lost everything in the possession of my family. Because you couldn't tell me that wasn't a Stevie Wonder song given to the Jackson 5. That screamed Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? So, like, then to grow up, then I think in the 2000s or something, just out of curiosity, you know what I mean? Just like, yo, hold on. Like, nah, hold on. This ain't Stevie, but who is this dude? Then to find out that this dude actually was signed to Atlantic Records and they was like, yo, okay, Mike, like the Jacksons want it, so can we get your joint out there before they get their joint out there? As y'all can hear, there's no comparison. It's not like one of them things where, like, you know what I'm saying, you can hear some joints and they spruced it up. Like, no. They pimped my ride on that song, for real. Mick Jackson joint is alright. It's decent, but they pimped my ride on that joint. They had all kind of the nice breakdowns. The Jacksons did their thing on that. Like, that's the Jackson song. The same way y'all hear this sample right here, and y'all be like, Luther, like, look, when people do, you know what I'm saying, don't you remember you told me you love me? Yeah, ain't nobody doing the Carpenters version ever. That's Luther's song now. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the Carpenters was cool with that. The paychecks was looking nice. But this is Luther's song now. You know what I'm saying? He gone. Yeah. And I was like, salute to Lisa, by the way. No, not Lisa. Well, Lisa and Bad Boy G, because they was talking to a Motown great Monday. I didn't hear nothing Tuesday. I was knocked out Tuesday. Monday, that was dope. Sunday, they were talking about how they're cool with grabbing them obscure joints, them hidden gem joints, them B-side joints. I was like, yo, Kendrick spirits, cause that's what I love, doodle. Man, I ain't nothing better than like going out here and hunting for some dope music and be like, ooh, especially when you're a DJ or you're a producer, you know what I'm saying? And just want to be on some snobby aficionado music, like, I'm look, check this out right here. You know what I'm saying? The same way dudes be doing it with sneakers and clothes and cars, you do it with music. Like, yo, I bet y'all ain't up on this. Blow, splash him and then walk off, and moonwalk off like splash, and then ease on down the road away from him. That's what I'm doing with that. That's what I like. And they was like talking about that, like, yo, we get pulling B-sides out, and y'all be in, and the fans and then the listeners on Sundays be like, ooh, them soldies, I'm feeling you. Where you getting these from, son? You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I feel them on that. That's how that was how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you would, like, that's one reason my record collection was kind of, like, I wouldn't get singles if they didn't have acapellas or B-sides. If it didn't have a bonus track or a remix or acapella, I dismissed it. No matter how dope the song was, I was a bad record collector, y'all. I'm just saying, that was my vibe though. Anyway, this is what we do. This is how we get down. And what else? Oh, Lisa London is also who I wanted to talk about, because Monday she played nothing but 80s music. Me and my girl was sitting here just zoned out, reminiscing. Played the Billy Ocean, and it was like, yo, can you believe there's a group of people who, thanks to Chris Rock, were introduced to Billy Ocean, because people didn't think. There was a thing when somebody was like, yo, I thought Billy Ocean was made up for the show. They didn't know Billy Ocean was real. Billy Ocean was, my mama had at least 3 Billy Ocean albums. Had the one with the sad songs will make you cry and all that joints and all them. Yeah. When the going gets tough, the time gets going. Caribbean Queen, which was originally European Queen, and it didn't do good, so he threw some blackness on it and it became a hit. Like Caribbean, but he said European somewhere at the end. Y'all remember that. But anyway, this is what we do, man. This is not, look, history lessons. I'm giving y'all some joints right here. I should play some Sade, because African. I'm not. I'm lying. I might. But anyway, what else were we talking about? Anyway, let's get into this history joint. We got this dope piece of history. And we gonna do it like this, like, take it from the top. We take it from the top and it just don't stop. Yo, Dougie Fresh told y'all, we keep rising to the top and it don't stop. Give it all you got, give it all you got. Ain't no half stepping. Give it all you got, give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. Now let the beat drop. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Pump it up. Ooh, wee. This moment in Black history. If you ask me, yo, that was my joint. I'm sorry, y'all. That was my favorite Dougie Fresh joint forever. Then he came out with, hey, yo, aight. And white people went crazy. Like, you say that now, white people just be like, aight? How you spell that? How you want to spell it? Aight? How y'all just turn that in? And white people will say stuff to you, like, they will ask you questions on that, like it's, they say it with such an emphasis. There's no naturality to it. That's not a word probably. There's no naturalness to it. There we go. There's nothing natural about when they say it. You know what I'm saying? We just go, alright, whatever, man. I got you. Alright. They be like, alright. You can literally see their mouth moving. Aight. Like, nah, what was you doing? Like, just aight. All right. Nah, don't try it then. Don't let it go. Ignorant. Huh? Don't be ignorant. Ignorant. Aight, whatever, man. But anyway, this ain't what we here to talk about. People out here having a hard time trying to enunciate some vernaculars from around the way. We here to talk about Black history. You know what I'm saying? And since we doing the universal of soul, why not keep it on the lane of that? And here's a famous Frenchman. Matter of fact, they had a movie about him a couple of years ago. So yo, Joseph Bologne de Saint-Georges. I'm not gonna go out here and try to get that French language on me, but my man was official tissue. When I tell y'all this dude was about that life, you know what I'm saying? Like just there's a whole nother thing. This dude was just on a different level. You know what I'm saying? He was born in 1745. He was the only son of George Bologna. So like I guess they threw the shalom dunk up in there for some other stuff. Anyway, he was a dope composer. He was so dope and taken away by France. Paris loved this dude. They wanted him to actually compose, you know what I'm saying, a joint. They were like, yo, compose an opera for us. Like, yo, direct the next joint for us and make it happen. He was a mulatto, so there was a lot of issues, and they hated him. Because he was out here kicking. I don't know if y'all seen the movie. In the movie, there's a part where They doing the violin joint, and my man steps in and they challenge it. He challenges him like, yo, I got this violin game on lock, son. And him and the white dude going at it like it's a rap battle, a dance battle, or any battle. And he starts killing him. Then he jumps into the crowd. You talking about the black dude? When he jumps into the crowd and he's, you know, basically what they were saying was, brothers and sisters always bring that extra flavor to everything that we do. It's just it's inherited or something. It's inherent that we just be like, it's dope, but you know what, you need a little to it. Let me sprinkle some of this right here on it. And the crowd is going crazy. The old white ladies with the fake moles and the white hair and their bosoms all out. They fainting in the chair and stuff, and splurge is coming from the chair, and their man is mad like, no, I've never been able to do that. That's not even French, is it? I've never been able to do that. That sounds like the Pink Panther or something. Anyway, but my man was official. He was out there in London during the beginning stages of the French Revolution. He spent 10 years rocking with that joint. He was spent 10 years rocking on behalf of France to gain some momentum and independence from the monarchy situation. So now here's a piece of history. Here's a piece of beautiful history that I want to tell y'all right here. This is the part that's dope. My man, my man was also under his tutelage. Is that the word that we use? Tutelage. He had Thomas Alexander Dumas. Now, that's the father of the famous writer Alexandre Dumas, who gave the world the Three Musketeers. Dude, that's history. Look, I could stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there for a minute. Take time for y'all to breathe and breathe that in. My man basically had under his command a Dumas, who, by the way, also was riding with Napoleon, and part of him. We gonna get into him too. We gotta get into him at some point, because there was a mutiny, and he had a hand in the mutiny against Napoleon when they was out there in I forgot where they were at. I can't remember right now. My mind, I have so many joints going, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to play next and all that too. But anyway, that's there, and the son of him, his son gave the world the Three Musketeers. His son was one of the few writers who was first writing the elements of what it is to be a werewolf. Like I guess that was like a real hot trend at some point back in those days where, you know what I'm saying, dudes turning into wolves. Most likely it was a metaphor like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and everything else that goes on when we talking in that type of, like, you know what I'm saying, allegory type joints. But yeah, man, like, yo, beautiful history. This is what we talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, he reached such high positions, you know what I'm saying? And was doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was considered a minister of war. The terror government would suspect him again, and then he would be jailed for 5 years. He died in 1799 due to bladder problems. This is what we talking about right here. This is what we mean right here when we talk about black history. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the moments. Let's get back into this music. Get at me on social media. Google me. And when you want to hear this over again, you could always pull up somebody's streaming platform. And if they got the podcast Pocket, Our World, Our Time, you can hear these joints. I'm kind of late on my updates. I try to update it by Friday. I try to upload it by Friday and have it up there for the world by Friday. But, you know, it is what it is. Life is what it is. Life is too short, like a too short record. But anyway, get at me. Google me. I'm all over the place. I'm really trying to get down and post a little more. But and when it comes to these right here, the Our World, Our Time, Black History Moment joints, this is what we do, man. Let's get back into this music. Every time we play these Universal Soul joints, I find myself coming back to this record right here, because this is just one of my joints. Salute the I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Nenny. It don't matter. If it's dope, I got it, and she got the heat, people. Yes. Yes. That's my show. I got to get up out of here and go. And the winner of the game was Baltimore. B-Mo in that house, I got to go. Now I'm looking at the next game. Do know who gonna get the next joint? Did any of this rhyme? No. Y'all just be like, oh my God, there he go with the flow. Old man chomping. Yo, I'm about to, yo, old school, don't you know what I'm gonna do? I come up in the house, I have them like, oh my God, what you wanna talk about? I do it, look. Anyway, I'm playing. I purposely was trying not to rhyme. I wanted to see if you could do that joint without rhyming, like, yo, just, cause you could vibe off of the vibe and then just one day be like, yo, ain't none of this rhyming. How y'all like it, my man, and he ain't none of this joint rhyming? Y'all be liking anything, man. Kick rocks. Don't nobody put baby in the corner. Bring me back. One time, get ready to get up out of here and do what we do. Thanks for riding with me, man. Y'all know, look, Universal Soul, it's always some dope music all across the globe. I'm always in the pursuit of some dope music, no matter where it's from. That Bobby, and I do not want to butcher my man's last name. Hold on, bring the beat back. Bobby Orza, I don't look. Salute the Bad Boy G and Lisa. They put me on to that like years ago. They would play a lot of his joints. I'm like, yo, who is this? Because he's on Big Crown, but I was on the dudes who did the joint. The Rose is not a, can I call you a rose? Hey, that was my joint. I don't even remember how I came across that. I was a big fan of Mayor Hawthorne. And then while on YouTube, that joint came, and I was like, well, who is this? Gotta go check this joint out. I peeped that joint. I was like, ooh, I got to cop this. Cop that joint. I gotta start collecting their vinyl. Salute to the fact that they out here making vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy G and Lisa know what I'm talking about. But anyway, salute to all just good music, man, all across the world. Dopeness, heat. You know how we do, man. This is what we do on my Holla at Y'all Wednesday with the classics. And get gathering myself for a minute like this. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue with your journey, go forth and show the world the best version of you. Oh my, hey, look, the break came right at the perfect time. This is so jazzy. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.